to status quo. That was the resolution of governors in the People's Democratic Party after a two-day meeting to address the suspension and counter-suspension issued by feuding members of the party's National Working Committee last week. The party's Governors Forum says it has brokered a truce with its chairman, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, announcing that all suspensions have been nullified. The decision was reached after the Governors Forum consulted with representatives of the National Working Committee, the party's National Assembly Caucus, and the Board of Trustees. It means Debo Ologunagba remains National Publicity Secretary, and Kamaldeen Ajibade will stay on as National Legal Advisor.
There is no faction in the PDP. All this bit of suspension and what have you, governors and NWC, and indeed the caucus of the National Assembly and the BOT are here, and we have resolved everything. There is no faction. Everything has reverted to status quo. And acting chairman only the time that the governors and all the organs of the party will sit down and resolve other issues. There is no party that doesn't have problems. These are cleavages. These are the order. The governors, the NWC and the BOT and the caucus will sit down and discuss the sacrosancy of the next meeting on the 21st of this month.
The Governors Forum are our leaders, and they are the critical organ of this party. And when they speak, we have to look at it holistically and also abide.
Joining us now is Chief Bode George, PDP Chieftain, former Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and a nominated member of PDP Disciplinary Committee. Good morning, sir, and you're welcome to the morning show. You're smiling. It looks like you're happy with the outcome of the PDP Governors Forum. You're welcome, sir.
Absolutely. Let me say it's nice to be back. You know, I was out of the box for about 6 weeks. Looking at Nigeria from afar. And, you know, when you are not part of that group and you are away, you will see more, you will learn more. And it was glorious when I had the statement by Governor Bala that he just confirmed in my mind that our party has that robust ability, the competence. When there are crises, you know, you can always rise above pettiness and tell the truth to power. I was very, very happy. Otherwise, when your group invited me that I was coming to talk, calmly to tell the people, all sides to sheath their sword. People that I met outside this country are eager. They keep asking me when they see me, Baba, what is going on with your party? Can't you solve it? We say, well, we will. And I just came at the right time, and I want to thank everybody who has been part of this resolution. I hope going forward, those who have been playing on their personal ambition should shelve those ambitions. Let the system take care of itself. Well, so it's, I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. I want to lend my voice to the outcome and to convince Nigerians that yes, in any organization, you will have crisis, but your ability to be able to handle it within the folds will be heartwarming to those Nigerians who are the electors.
Okay, Chief, welcome back from vacation. Good to see you again, but not many people will agree with you that there's anything glorious about what has happened in the People's Democratic Party. A party that ruled this country for 16 years and has not been able to put its act together since it lost the general elections in 2015. But, you know, politicians will say, oh, it's a family affair. Well, we don't think, or I don't think, that, you know, we can just pepper over the crisis. Now, there are specific issues. there are persons who are saying Damagum must go, that according to the constitution of the country, that position is for the North Central.
Right.
And there are persons from the North Central who are saying, we are interested in that position. And Damagum is saying, no, nobody can push him out of that office. How will the party resolve that? Then there is also the issue of indiscipline within the party. And you are a member of that disciplinary committee. How far has the party gone with that? Clearly, what we are seeing is a breakdown of discipline in the PDP. And the third issue has to do with, this insinuation that maybe it's the APC using agents within the PDP to destabilize APC. Do you believe in that conspiracy theory, that there are certain persons beholden to external interests that are trying to destabilize the party? Those are the specific things, not whether Bala Mohammed coming in has done a glorious thing. I don't think so.
No. Now, in any political forum, people will move, in all kinds of directions. But the ability of the party, there must always be an elder in the room to call everybody to order. And that was what Bala and his group had done. I kept watching and I kept listening. And I was thinking that, look, are there no more elders? If the Board of Trustees, which is the uppermost chamber for correction or maintaining peace in the party, cannot do it, then who else is going to do it? But I'm happy that both the Board of Trustees members and the Governors Forum have now come together. They want to listen, and it is about time. Nigerians are looking for other ways out. They have tested our party. They saw that these people can be reliable, dependable, and they can manage better than the other party that is a congregation of strange bedfellows. So I am happy. The first step has been taken. Everybody stay where you are. They will now set up. It's not a judicial investigation, but we want to find out. Because since the last convention, the presidential convention, that was when everything started. And instead of arresting it, they were exacerbating it. We told you cannot have the chairman of the party and the presidential candidate from one side of the divide. They didn't listen. So we have gotten to a point where we are revisiting the concepts established by those founding fathers selflessly, convincingly, that Papa Alex Ekweme, he was the chief convener of all those, heavyweights to sit with him and to come to terms with what should be done, what political organization will suit Nigeria. And that was the first time we have a political party that cuts across all the tribes, cuts across all religions. And the two major problems of Nigeria is religion and tribalism. So I was happy that it is good. This is what we are looking for. No matter who you are as an individual, this party is not a private enterprise of anybody. And nobody can be bigger than the neck. We haven't called neck for a very long time. That is when decisions would have been taken. Then the working committee also took the powers to themselves and they were throwing. And I kept telling some of them that you cannot do this without going to neck. But I want to appeal to the leaders of the various groups. It is time, if you really love this party, it is time to shed your ambition. It is time to shed whatever plans you have personal. Let us rebuild the party. Okay. Let the Iroko tree get back. Okay. Because the taproots are still there. Okay. And our people outside this country, they keep asking, Baba, what is going on with your party? I said, we will try and resolve it. Okay. And there is no organization anywhere in the world that you wouldn't have crisis. But the ability of the organization to manage their crisis, subdue the people, remind everybody that this is
Chief.
A party owned by all members of the party and not a part.
Okay.
You know, I have every confidence. And let's go. Let's see what will happen. You have analyzed those areas of concern, but Rome wasn't built in a day. This crisis didn't start now. It started at the presidential convention.
Okay.
And nobody was able to manage it until now. So I'm happy that something is being done.
Chief Bode George, couple of things, sir. Good to see you again, and welcome from your vacation. Two things. You were talking as if the problem in the party was all over. It's not all over. We know the problem. The problem is Wike. And this is Mr. Wike that you have supported. In fact, when recently you sold Mr. Wike to understand that Fubara should be the leader of the party in the States, I'll tell you Mr. Wike's reaction, despite all the support you gave him. He said, what about you, that you said you were going to leave the country if President Tinubu wins? But you're still here. That he doesn't take whatever you say as regards to say seriously. But this is the man that is holding the pillar of the party and pulling the party down. You have talked about, in fact, as at September, a couple of years ago, if I want to get it precisely, as at the 2nd of September 2022, you said Wike was fighting for justice as PDP crisis worsened. But it was Wike not, being a party man that has caused all this problem. So the man that you claim is fighting for justice is destroying the party, setting the party apart. What would you say, especially the reaction he gave when you were advising that Fubara should be the leader of the party, which is under PDP crisis in the state, and he said, you said you were going to leave the country, where if Tinubu loses that, he doesn't believe in what you have said. This was a man you've been speaking up for. What do you say, sir?
Now, Rufai, you see, when you meet politicians, there are politicians, there are politicians. Wike is like a son to me. When I saw the division as an elder of the party, right from that convention hall, we saw the shenanigan, we saw the manipulation. I spoke with the then chairman, Ayu, that, look, you made a public statement that peradventure the presidency comes from the north, you will resign your appointment. The founding fathers were grateful to be able to set up the 6 geopolitical zones in this country and attached positions so that no zone, whether you are minority or majority, will go home with 0 appointment. It was brilliant. But now you are manipulating it. And that was where the crisis started. They invited me to say I should come and lead the group to fight that mess we created at the convention hall. And let me remind you, remember that Ayu, the then chairman of the party, made a comment. Immediately the results were announced that, the real chief, the real winner of democracy was Governor Tambuwal. I looked at this fellow. I said, how can you do this? You told us you will resign, peradventure. The presidency comes from the north. Now you said you have 4 years, you are not going anywhere. Of course, people will react to that. It is against the party constitution to have the chairman of a party and the national presidential candidate from the same zone. It's an anomaly. Now, we led them. And I will tell you openly, when we were having the meeting was to counter the procedure because they totally neglected the other side. They kept on going on with their campaigns and all this, and I was laughing. How would you win? A house divided against itself can never stand. So we went up, and 2 days before the general election, we had a meeting in Abuja. And it was only Governor Oyo and Wike that came. They told us the stories of what they are going to do and all that. And he was saying, oh, out of the two candidates from the South, you know, I think we can go with Tinubu. I said, at this meeting, I looked around there. I said, there's nobody here who knows Tinubu than me. I can't do that. And it will be wrong for you to leave this meeting and have a communique issued that we, our group, are going to support Tinubu. No. He said, okay, sir, what do you want to do? My suggestion was, let every state go back to their states. Everybody go back to your state, discuss it, and decide whether you want to be or you want Bola Tinubu. That was how we ended up. And there was no other meeting. Now, one important thing I want to drop up here. Yes, during the campaign period, I stated it and I meant it, that if by whatever measure Bola Tinubu wins this election, I was going to get out. You think I'm lying? Once they had that, Tinubu sent his chief of staff, who is my little brother from Lagos State. He said he wanted to see me, Bajabi Amila. It was captured all over the media. He came to say, Baba sir, my God said that I should tell you, please be calm, be this, be that. Trying to beg, they came with options and they said they were sorry because they knew they had wronged me. Okay, now, a few months after that, Papa Olushi, who is our leader, you know, as a boy in mind, he's from my local government. Papa Olushi came to my office with Justice Ola Onimbe, the retired justice, a 95-year-old man, with two other deputy governors, to say they want to apologize. If they have apologized, what is it?
So with
and that is, I will never leave my party.
Baba,
yes.
Baba, with due respect, are you back
yes.
in talk good terms with Wike? Because for Wike to have said that and dismissed you, are you in good terms with Wike now as we speak?
No. Are you saying whether he's in terms with me or he's not in terms with me? When a child, you know, talks to his elder, to me, I didn't see that as a disrespect. He made I've not set my eyes on him. I don't even remember how long. And I'm not living my life because of Wike. I saw the shenanigan going on between him and his governor. And I called the chairman of the board of trustees. I said, this is so important. You must be involved in this. Let us arrange to meet Fubara and meet Wike. What is the problem between the two of them? Let's save our party. And so the governor of Fubara gave us an appointment. I'm not the chairman of the board of trustees, but when I spoke to him, he accepted. Then he set up a committee, and I was a member. We went to Port Harcourt. We met with Fubara. He told us his own side of the story. And when I called Wike that we must see him, he said, sir, I'm going to China. When I come back, I will see you. But I had my own plans, and I was away from Nigeria. But I kept in touch with the board of trustees of the chairman. The chairman.
They need to ask, are you in good terms with Wike now? Or yes or no? Are you in good terms with Wike?
What? I have all these boys are my young, they are like my sons.
Okay.
If you misbehave, I have not seen any of them for a long time. They are, So you mean if you have your biological children, sometimes some will misbehave, some will behave well all the time, and then it is for you to be able to draw the air of that one and say, you don't behave like that.
All right, talking about drawing...
I just came back 2 days ago.
Talking about drawing
I would tell him if I saw him.
All right, thank you. So talking about drawing ears, earlier when Dr. Basi had asked the question around the disciplinary committee, which you remember. I just want to clarify, first of all, are you still a member of that committee? Because I know the last time you were here, there were debates around Chief Tommy Kimi chairing that committee and you being in the PDP longer. But if you're still a part of the committee, it would be great to hear what's the update on that. Are there investigations ongoing? I know that some people have been accused of anti-party activities and we're waiting for investigation. What's the update on that?
Listen, I said it from the beginning. I don't play foolery and I don't pretend. I'm a general. My mission, once is stated, I don't back off just like that. I looked at the list sent to me. I can never serve under Ikimi Disciplinary Committee. Me? We were the people who were the founders of this party. He was in another party. I called Damagun and all the other people there. I said, now, you want me to be a member under Ikimi? No. At my age, I will never. Why am I deceiving myself? What knowledge, what experiences, what is he bringing to table as far as PDP is concerned? And I explained myself to them. They begged me to say, sir, please, sir. I said, I will never. And I'm not joking. I won't serve under him.
All right.
It's not a matter of disrespect. It's a matter of opinion. And I know what I want. What is it that I'm still looking for now in the party?
Okay,
I can never serve in that committee. I told them.
Chief,
I wish them the best of luck.
Chief, the last time you were here...
For this wicked thing, I want to tell you.
The last time you were here, we already addressed this question. You said you will not serve under Chief Tommy Kimi. But what do you think is next for PDP?
Oh, yeah.
2027 will soon be here. And what is inside for the PDP?
Yeah. You know, you see, look, my brother, let me tell you. The first step, when you are going in the right course, the first step is what was taken yesterday. To be able to tell everybody, please shut up. Enough of these bickerings. Let us meet. The elders are going to meet with the governors forum, and I am sure they will debate, they will discuss, they will look at the issues from the right, from the left, and come up with a solution. And it's not a matter of trying to send anybody to jail. All the stories they have, you will call them to appear before you and to tell you what their views are. And then you take a decision. But for you not to be able to come together and talk, that will be a lasting breakdown of the party. As an elder that I've been in this party from 1998, and I was one of those elected, the first elected in the first convention, elected convention in 1999. I saw it all. They handed it over to us. When you now see people playing games, trying to defend their personal ambition and trying to defend things that are not noble, you must talk out. That's why we have the upper chamber, the board of trustees. What else do I want to become now? I'm going to the 8th floor of life. What am I looking for? But to tell the truth, sustain the party, and make sure that anybody trying to dance outside the confines will be called to order. So it is the first step. He has announced to you just yesterday, you can't resolve it almost within a week. But before the next NEC meeting, we must have taken certain decisions. And then we go there as a united party, as brothers and sisters, not as tribal enemies or religious bigots. No. These things have taken over the party. And I feel shocked
Okay,
because we were the people that those G14 people handed over to us. We must reflect that. That's what the public is looking for now. You can see what is governance. Is this governance? Is this the way we want Nigeria to go? What is the cost of petrol? What is happening in that petroleum industry? Nobody knows.
Well,
but I said, look,
Chief,
the president, yes, is the president of Nigeria. What about who is the minister of petroleum? Him. So I will advise Atiku to calm down, Wike to calm down. Let us go to the elders meeting, and we would, I am sure, we will start this discussion way back to that convention, because that was why everything started going in the wrong direction.
I mean, I'm happy you talked about cost of fuel and everything. But, sir, maybe you were the one that said we should be patient with Tinubu. But you were the one that said we should be patient with President Tinubu. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining about cost of fuel? Why are you complaining about cost of living? But you asked us, as our Baba, to be patient.
Okay, you know what I said? Rufai, you totally misread me. You know, I said, because he had never worked at the national level before, let us use the first year of his 4 years as a learning curve. So give him time. And I said, from that May 2024, he has already spent 1 year. So it's more than enough for him to learn. But has he learned anything? I'm not telling you give him time. Give him the first year as a learning curve. I'm an engineer by profession. You just don't graduate today and you become a chief engineer tomorrow. It takes time. And that time is in a leap 4-year term. At least give him time to learn, to study, to understand that he is away now from Lagos. Lagos is not Abuja. You have all kinds of tribes from Sokoto to Zamfara, to Katsina, to Kano, to Borno, back to the southwest, all through the southwest, the south-south, the southeast. It's a monumental issue for him to understand that in about an hour, you will meet a Hausa Fulani man with his problem. You will meet the Berry man with his problem. You will meet the TV man with his problem. You will meet the Igbo man with his problem. You will come to Yoruba land with our own problems. You will have to resolve the crisis in the South-South. Even South-South. Edo people are different from Delta. Delta different from Bayelsa. Bayelsa, well, has some kind of relationship with rivers. Then you go to Akwa Ibom before you get to Calabar. So it takes some time. And the time I said was, look, 1 year is enough. And he has already done that. In any organization, they give you a little time as a learning curve. So what is he doing now since May 2024?
Okay.
That is the problem.
Okay, Chief Bode
So I want
George.
to explain that to you and understand it.
Okay, Chief Bode George, thank you very much for joining us
back
on the
again.
morning show. Thank you, sir. We'll keep watching developments in the PDP. And you were saying at 80, what will you look for? Well, I know one 81-year-old man who at 80 decided to start another family and took a young wife. So there is hope for people at 80 also. I wish you many more years of service to the nation.
Whoever, look, gentlemen and lady, whoever at that 8th floor looking for a child, and then something is wrong. Because biologically, you know, the Almighty God has set the system perfectly. You know, we poke our asses and poke our hands into all kinds of things. At that 8th floor, all you need now to do, enjoy the rest of your life, be at peace, be able to afford to buy fuel, your younger things, you see your children get married, you go to them to have a holiday. And what else are you looking for? And I say it in Yoruba, and I try to translate it. Oni owa lomode o fakoyo. Ó wà ní gìrìpá, ó dábìrà, ó wá dògbò nǹkan gi, ó wá ń ṣẹ́jú pàkópàkó bí akọ́ká. Ṣé gbà yín láàárọ̀ darúgbó ń sunkún ọmọ? I hope you'll be able to translate. When you are at that age, What are you looking for?
Anyway,
if you had not been privileged to have children at that time, forget it. Because you are already in the departure lounge.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us.
You don't even know when God...
Thank you, sir.